What's up, guys? Another episode of Party Viking Talks. I am the host of this magnificently weird ass fucking show. I am Tyler Jett. I am the Party Viking, and today we have possibly the biggest. And when I say biggest, I don't mean most popular. I mean physically the largest person that that I've ever had on the show. So if you're catching it now, you're watching on Twitch. I also upload this video to YouTube afterwards. The YouTube is Party Viking Talks. So without further ado, I'm going to jump right into this with Michael Shafer.
When it's time to party, we will party.
What is it about this idiotic, dumb, stupid, no good business of ours that made you go, man, I want to fucking try this?
I wouldn't go all that. I love it, but I mean, I never wanted to be a guy. Don't make that face up. I never wanted to be a guy that does a 9 to 5. So when I was in high school, it was like football or bust for me. Like I wasn't gonna go to college unless I got a scholarship. Obviously, I didn't get said scholarship. Didn't go to college. Was working at the Dallas Cowboys warehouse, 9 to 5. Had a friend of mine, Anthony Carrillo. He was wrestling at the Irving Bazaar, and pretty much told me about it. And I was just like, "Hey, man, can I give that a shot?" And he's like, "Yeah, just come to training on Thursdays." And that's what I did. I trained every Thursday and Friday, and did that for like 6 months. And then I started wrestling on the Irving Bazaar shows. Then did a bazaar tour where I wrestled in most of the bazaars. And then I had, long story short, had little Tony see me. He took me under his wing to train me in American style.
Train you properly?
Essentially, yeah. I mean, I had Thomas Baker, Sky. I had him training me in the Urban Bazaars, but like I just did a lot of. He taught me a lot of psychology aspect of it, and I was just learning lucha by all the other people.
Yeah, so everything was right side instead of left side.
Exactly. Yeah. And then, but I've always been ambidextrous, so like when it came to American style, left-handed wasn't that hard for me either.
Oh, okay, so it was an easy transition then.
Essentially, I mean, it still was hard to like in match do everything left. Like I had to train it that way.
Yeah.
But to do it both ways, so to speak. Pause. Yeah. And so little Tony trained me, and I mean, kind of tells itself there. Me and Larry kind of started running our own shows in Bedford, right almost next to MPX in the old building.
I didn't know y'all were running y'all's own shows over there. What shows was it?
I didn't expect to talk about the whole thing. Yeah. So we started doing American style wrestling, but Larry wanted to run his own shows, and we found a building called the Backyard Lounge, and I think it was in Euless, and we booked Kirby and Frankie Fisher, and they saw us in that show and really liked what we did. At the end of the show, they kind of talked to us and said, "Yeah, we'd like to take you to MPX and see what you got there." And I mean, that was kind of history for that, we went to MPX, and I mean, we're there now. So I guess good job still.
Yeah, so I guess it kind of worked out. So
yeah, so like my entire wrestling career is you could say luck, because I didn't have to pay for wrestling school.
yeah.
Everything was just like, hey, you're pretty good. Let's come train with us. It's kind of how it always happens.
Yeah.
And then even with VIP, I did that Lance Hoyt seminar.
Yeah, I remember everything about that Lance Hoyt seminar, including fucking up everything about our match that we put together while I was getting changed because my tag team partner didn't bring his fucking gear with him.
Yeah, little Jet, man. Like, yeah, he's like, I didn't know. But that's funny because I gave him such a hard time. Like, always bring your gear, always bring your gear. I gave him such a hard time. But it's funny because when I used to go to ACW a lot with Lil Tony, like 20 2013 era.
Um,
The one time I didn't bring my gear was the one time like a lot of the workers didn't show up, and I could have wrestled, but I didn't bring my gear. And Larry
wow.
was used as a ref that show, and I was trying to beg Larry, like, "Give me your gear." He's like, "No, you're gonna go
Well-
with this mistake." And I was like, "Fuck you, man."
You probably
But,
would
I
have.
mean-
I think you might have been just a bit too big for Larry's gear because if I remember back then, Larry was like a fucking beanpole. Like he was.
No. You're just thinking of that picture. of
Yeah.
weird Larry.
How
No,
long?
no, we were actually almost kind of the same size.
Oh, you're just taller.
Yeah, like I like most of our manliest men gear, they were both the same size. You know, because it's like stretchy tights.
Oh yeah, that's
So, you know, they're a little. If they fit him perfect, they'll be a little tight on me, but
Yeah,
I can squeeze them on.
maybe just a bit snug.
Yeah.
So, dude, I don't like to think about ACW a lot.
I hate it.
I went to ACW shows maybe like 2015, 2016. Before I moved up to Dallas, I was going to ACW pretty regularly, and it was like the first show that Sean and I went up there. Somebody didn't show up, and they're like, "Hey, you guys have gear?" And we're like, "Yeah." Like, cool. Y'all are in this 4-way tag match now, so have fun. And we were like, "Okay."
Yeah.
And it was like, it was us, the Taylors, Johnny Axel, Mr. B, and the what the shit were they called? The Hive? Was it the Hive? Yeah, I think it was called the Hive. It was Wade Olson and Victor Garcia.
Do not know them.
They came around.
Maybe if I saw their pictures. I'm bad with names.
Yeah, and like Wade and Victor were both ended up being like really good friends of mine. Like afterwards, because we started going a lot more, but it was just never like a good time.
Well, I remember they gave us their shot like in 2016, me and Larry, and we're getting our foot in the door over there, and they're really liking us. And I remember it was Yule.
Yeah.
And he loves us, and so he was giving us good praise. ACH really liked us, which was I didn't even think he was gonna watch our match because we were like the damn curtain jerker, like the pre-show curtain jerker.
Oh, at the time.
Yeah, well, no, like that's all I did at ACW.
That's
But but like he liked us. Thomas Munoz liked us, and the other ref was giving us praise. Danny or Donnie.
Donnie, one of the owners of ACW.
Oh, sure, yeah. He just, they kept telling us, "Oh, we really like y'all. We really like y'all. Come back.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'll say it. They weren't paying me anything, and I'm driving 3 hours over there.
I'll never forget. There was one time we went out there. We did our multi-man elimination tag match. They gave me and Sean $10 to split between the two of us.
Oh, the gas money.
Oh, yeah, not even. We drove from Waco to Austin in my truck. That thing got horrible gas mileage. And then they gave Marcus Rose his envelope. He opened the envelope, and inside was $4. And he was like, "What the fuck is this?" Like going off. He's like, "You the fuck pay somebody $4? Fuck this! I'm never coming back." He was back the next month, but
Of course. Hey man, Marcus made a name at ACW, man.
he did. That's
Then
where
he got his
the
ass kicked by ACW.
that's where the better than ACH thing started. And that
Yeah.
dude, so many people were mad. Like there were so many like white knights after that because everyone was like coming to fucking ACH's aid and like back him up, and everyone and Marcus was like, "Wait, all these people think I'm being serious? Like, you guys are fucking idiots."
That's how good he is at his job, man. I love Marcus, dude.
Marcus definitely does have the gift of gab. He knows what he's good at. He knows that wrestling isn't particularly his strong point, but talking is.
I don't know. We had a really good match at MPX. Me and Marcus. Like it was we did an actual wrestling match where it wasn't just him talking his trash and just whatever. I was actually really proud of that match.
Yeah.
Because we were both heels, and I got it to where like towards the end of the match they were like They're on the edge of their seat thinking, Mark is going to get this. You know?
Do you remember the BTW show that you worked, Marcus? Where there was a spot.
We did that Fatal 4-Way, right?
I think so, but there was a spot where it was like, yeah, I'm going to pop him up and he's going to slap me. And I was like, dog, he's going to slap the shit out of you. And Shafer's over here, big fucking Shafer. Oh, I used to do MMA. I'm fine. I can take it. This motherfucker walks back after the match. He goes, this motherfucker walks back after the match and goes, dog, he slapped the shit out of me. I fucking told you he would. Like,
it wasn't the slap. Man, dude caught me with his damn...
With his palm?
The palm, yeah, I almost said heel. He caught me with the palm of his hand, man. And this is like pretty much a right hook.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
Like, alright.
I've been slapped more times by Marcus Rose than anybody else in the state of Texas, so I can when I give you when I tell you he's gonna do something, that's what's gonna happen.
Oh, dude, like I don't care, slap me, man, but don't palm me, man.
Dude, the two most painful slaps I've had were not Marcus. One was Jeff Gant. All 135 pounds of Jeff Gant. And one of them was my trainer because I was his last match and I retired him. At the very beginning of the match, we got nose to nose and he goes, he looks at me, he goes, I'm about to slap shit out of you. And I was like, all right, cool. And by that I thought, okay, he's going to like work it because he has a really good work slap. No. Yeah. He slapped the fucking taste out of my mouth. I turned around. I was like, ooh, okay, that happened. All right, moving on. So Michael Cole said, on to the DBZ talk. So I guess here we go with the DBZ talk. At what age did you first discover Dragon Ball Z? Was it Dragon Ball Z first or Dragon Ball, or what brought you into loving that?
Well, man, so I do have to say that Dragon Ball is over Dragon Ball Z. I love Dragon Ball so much more than Dragon Ball Z.
For what reason?
Just the fact that like the fighting, like the choreographed animation is you can actually see the fights instead of just being da da da, all crazy everywhere. And I'm stronger than you. Power boost. I'm stronger than you. I'm good. I don't need. I really don't want pizza.
It was actually just Goku getting better at fighting.
Yeah, well, if you think about it, Goku's hardly in Dragon Ball Z, man. He dies by Raditz. He fights Nappa for 5 minutes, and then he has the big fight with Vegeta, and then he's out for most of the Namek arc, and he beats all the Ginyu Force in like 2 minutes. And then Ginyu takes his body, and so it's Ginyu as Goku, and then he gets his ass kicked, and then now he's in this damn pod for like 20 episodes while Frieza's killing everybody.
Yeah.
And then you get the 5-minute, 30-episode battle between Goku and Frieza.
So, have you ever seen the theory that the reason it takes so long, because I think it's called, like, their actual fight is close to like a little over an hour of actual screen time, and it's actually slowed down.
It's 4 hours.
It's 4 hours.
Well, if you count before the 5-minute explosion, like the base.
No, I'm talking about like just the 5 minutes before the planet explodes.
Yeah, okay.
It's that they're actually showing it in like slow motion to where you can see their actual fight instead of they're still fighting at that like super fast fucking teleport teleport that.
Which is a cool theory. I can respect it, but they just made a really long anime because like if you in the manga, the fight isn't that long.
Yeah.
In the manga, it was just Goku whoops Frieza's ass. Frieza gets 100%. Frieza's on par with him for like maybe a chapter, and then his energy gets drained really fast for being at 100%. So Goku's like, I'm bored, deuces. But in the anime, since the anime was caught up to the manga, that's why the fight was like so long. Was because it was like, hey, let's get this manga going out. We'll prolong this fight because this is the fight everyone's been waiting for.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's kind of my theory on it, is they prolonged it just to push the manga farther, and that could be it. I haven't looked into it.
Yeah, I don't know. Right now they're having an issue. So the reason that they haven't made more Dragon Ball Super is because they're waiting for the manga to finish this time before they actually decide whether or not they're going to make another arc.
Hey, which I'm cool with because I've been reading the Super manga and I am obsessed with this recent manga. I love this Moro arc. I don't know if you know anything about it.
I don't. I haven't read any of the manga.
That's all. That's all I'll say. The Moro. It's a new villain called Moro, and that's all I'll get into. I don't want to spoil anything for you,
But I know, like, in the anime and the manga, especially for Super, differ quite a bit. Like, even the
yes.
Like,
Well, because back in the day, it was Toriyama doing the manga, and the anime. But now,
it's still Toriyama doing the anime, but not the manga.
it's Toei Animation.
Yeah.
Like, so Toriyama literally just puts bullet points and gives it to the writer and the animation.
It's like, here, make this happen.
And the writer was like, I'll do it this way, and the animation's like, hey, we'll do it this way. And so and I've actually really enjoyed it that way too. But at the same time, the manga, because I wasn't liking the Super manga at first because he was trying to be so different.
Yeah.
That some of it wasn't making any sense, and in my opinion. But I'm just a fan. I can't say he's doing a wrong job.
I know, like, in the manga, since it's in black and white, they kind of had to in the anime they actually had to, like, figure some shit out for, like, Vegeta's Super Saiyan God evolution or whatever it's called, like, where he's just slightly darker blue and a little more sparkly. Mm-hmm. Like, they had to figure that out because there's no color in the manga, so you can't tell what color he is.
Yeah, and Goku doesn't have Kaioken in the manga.
Really?
Yeah, no. He actually has perfected Super Saiyan Blue. Not like Vegeta's evolved, but like that aura goes inside of his body instead of it being outside of his body.
So kind of like Ultra Instinct then?
Kind of, but it was before Ultra Instinct was a thing.
Yeah, because Ultra Instinct, he had Ultra Instinct Sign and Ultra Instinct Perfected. Yeah.
And the white hair,
Michael wants to know what your thoughts are on the Boo saga.
Oh, this Toriyama just not giving a shit.
I kind of like the Boo. I liked the Majin Vegeta part of the Boo saga.
I love it. I love the Boo arc, but it was just, I think it should have ended in the Cell saga. But, hey, money's money.
Yeah.
And they're just like, hey, keep pushing it, bro. And he's like, all right, but we're doing it my way. And he made one of the most crazy, bro, I can't think of any other anime that's supposed to be a serious, like, I know it's funny, but, like, Dragon Ball Z was supposed to be taken serious. And then all of a sudden,
we have Boo.
Like, you get this fat pink, looks just like me, can't open his eyes, looking like a baby, just going, like, that's the main villain. And then
they explained that he got that way because he absorbed one of the Kais that was shaped that way.
He's making this Toriyama's making this shit up as he goes, man. Like, it's like the Cell arc. Jiro and 19 were supposed to be the main villains, but the people were like, dude, you can't have an old guy and a clown be the main villains. So he made 17 and 18.
Who just like,
and they just look like children.
Two regular-looking teenagers.
And then they're like, seriously, dude? You got an old man and a clown, and then we tell you to change it. Now you make it two teenagers. What are you doing? And then he changes it to Cell. And then Cell ends up becoming like one of the greatest villains of all time.
He's a giant talking lotus that talks like this.
Hey, dude. That was the greatest. Perfect Cell. Like, the three bads, right? Frieza is my favorite villain of all time. Cell is the greatest villain of all time. And then Kid Buu versus Goku is my favorite Dragon Ball fight of all time. Dragon Z fight of all time.
You mean to tell me that your favorite villain is an Omega Shenron?
Hey, I dig GT.
Dude, I can't do it. I can't do GT.
I don't watch it anymore because I think GT is the lowest tier.
Oh, 100%.
And I get a lot of crap for this, but I have GT, like, from lowest to high, I have GT, Z, Super, and Dragon Ball. I have Super over Dragon Ball Z.
Really?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Super, although it kind of goes everywhere, I'm just more entertained with Super. Like, I think Goku Black, if we want to go like all-time villains, Goku Black is a phenomenal villain. Hey, now, that arc ended so stupid.
Have you seen the fucked up dub of one of those scenes when Goku first?
I don't think it was messed up. I think they did it on purpose, where they said, "Don't shoot him, he's black."
No, he was, "Don't shoot him, he's not black."
Yeah, no, I think they did that to kind of prove a point, or so I thought.
No, I think there was
a lot of
I think it was an issue
Funimation
with the
kinda-
dub, like with the translation.
Huh?
I think it was an issue with the translation.
Nah, because Funimation knows what they're doing. Like, they could have said, "Whoa, hey, this is kind of weird. Let's back off." And they're like, "Yeah, I don't know. It's such a hot topic. It's hard to
Yeah,
talk about." But I don't think they meant any ill will. I think they just kind of
they were just like, let's poke fun at this real quick.
not poking fun, but like just making it like bringing up the issue of like that happens.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like it does happen. I don't think they did it as a joke, although it probably seemed like it did. But like I just think it was just bringing up an issue that hasn't died down.
yeah, but why
That
would
was
it?
years ago, and we still have problems with it today. I'm not trying to go political or anything like that, but
Michael said, "Oh my God, Shafer versus Sebastian Envy, Boo versus Goku, LOL." There is actually who was it? There was somebody in TNA that actually had Majin Buu, or not TNA. There was a guy from the Midwest. I don't remember what his name was, but he had fucking Majin Buu gear. He was like a huskier kind of. I wouldn't. He almost looked like Samoan, but I don't think he was Samoan. But he was shorter, bigger dude, but had the Majin Buu, like the white pants with the fucking M belt and all that.
yeah, okay. I thought about doing something like that, but you know, I look like Fat Boo, so I'm not wearing a diaper to the ring.
Why not? I'd
hell no,
pay good
man.
money to see that.
Anyone would. They probably would.
Might go as well as your pro wrestling Jesus gimmick.
No, we're not bringing that. I'm not talking about that. Oh man, dude. Someone sent me that picture the other day. Dude, that's so cringy, man. I went there. I had people. Hey, man, but I had people leave that show. Like,
Yeah.
main event, man. I had like those country bumpkin Christians just be like, "Oh, I can't watch this. I gotta leave."
Pro wrestling Jesus. Harold, get your shit. We're getting out of here.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. Oh.
So, on the topic of anime, what other like animes did you watch? I want to start kind of like in the beginning, like back in the day when you were a kid, kind of growing up. What shows was it? What animes was it that kind of got you interested in the nerdy side of things?
Well, Dragon Ball Z was what got me into it. I can actually remember watching the first time I ever watched Dragon Ball Z was Super Saiyan Goku versus Frieza, right before the planet was going to explode.
Oh wow! So you started late.
Yeah, we didn't have cable when I was a kid,
That's fair.
so by the time I did, it wasn't Toonami, but it was like the Saturday night. So maybe it was Saturday night Toonami, but it wasn't like.
Oh, back when they put Toonami on like Adult Swim and put it on Saturday nights.
Saturday, or it wasn't that late. Like this is
Oh, I know what you're talking
7
about because they used to show like at midnight Saturday nights. They would start like a block of anime.
Yeah, it would be. I think not Inuyasha. I think it was still just Dragon Ball Z at the time.
Sorry.
It's okay, it's your fault. But no, I started off with Dragon Ball Z, and then believe it or not, I was a big fan of Hamtaro. That was on Toonami.
I don't think I ever watched that show.
It was not good, but like it was just like the slice of life episode, like just like adventures of these stupid little hamsters.
See, when I started watching Toonami, it was Gundam Wing, Mobile Fighter G Gundam,
Original Gundam.
yeah, Dragon Ball Z, Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yu Yu Hakusho.
Trying to think of what else. I think Inuyasha came just after
No one
that.
talks about this one. Tenchi Muyo.
Tenchi Muyo. I remember the show. I don't remember anything about the show though.
Me neither. I remember he had like a sword, like a little. Like, I think he had like a little ruby or something, and he puts it in this like sword, and it turns into like a lightsaber.
Yeah, like
And it was a hair. I think is it harem anime where like he was the main guy and all the chicks dug him.
yeah, it's a harem is what it's called.
Yeah. Like all the chicks dug him.
See, I wasn't much into that like as a kid because you gotta think. I mean, we're the same age, but like around the time that I was watching Toonami, I was probably like third grade, right around that time. So that's at that time I didn't give a shit about girls. It was like I just want to see, big bad motherfuckers fight. So like Gundam and all that. Fucking, you had Rurouni Kenshin. You had
Rurouni Kenshin, reverse blade sword.
Yeah, Outlaw Star.
Never saw it.
Oh, dude, Outlaw Star was so good.
Trigun was a big thing, but I never saw that until like 5-6 years ago.
Outlaw Star was kind of like in the same vein as Trigun. Like they're very similar. They're still like a shonen anime, but they're very similar. But there was only like 26 episodes of Outlaw Star ever made.
Those are the good animes. A lot of people don't like short animes, but like animes like Cowboy Bebop is considered the perfect anime.
Oh, dude, I
gotta be honest with you. I've only seen like 2 episodes of Cowboy Bebop. I haven't really watched it, but like the 2 episodes I saw were phenomenal. But like my friend is like obsessed with Cowboy Bebop. Like he watches it once a year.
It's a fantastic anime. Like it's a really good show. It's not my favorite though. It's a little too tame for me.
Yeah.
It's a little too toned down. There's not enough. Like to me, like if I'm watching anime, I want to either see something really funny or I want to see a lot of fighting. Like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, fucking love it because there's a lot of action. Yeah, no, it's a lot of action. It's a lot of like crazy bullshit happening in every episode. Fucking Yu Yu Hakusho, whenever it first started, was a little but as it got,
Yu Yu Hakusho was real slow.
Yeah, it was slow getting started, but then once it got going, like it fucking just took off.
Until after that tournament arc.
Yeah, the tournament arc's still my favorite.
That last arc, I was telling my friend next to me here, he's a big Yu Yu Hakusho guy. I was like, when they finished that last tournament and then it went to the demon arc or whatever,
yeah,
they had to go to the demon world. Oh, it was so bad. And I even hated the ending. It was like too, like not too happy, but like too cliche. Like where the main character, oh, he's dead, I miss him. What? He's on the beach? And then they all go to the beach. They're like, where is he? He's like, hey, what's her name? Not Kagome. That's Inuyasha.
Yeah.
The girl's name.
I don't remember her name.
That's Inuyasha, dude. All right. But he just like says her name and goes, oh, Yusuke, and then they like walk on holding hands or whatever, kissing at the beach. I'm like, this is like so cliche.
Who is your favorite Yu Yu Hakusho character?
Oh, Urameshi.
Oh, fucking Kuwabara. Hell yeah. Urameshi.
Oh, he's got his ass kicked. That's the voice actor of Yajirobe.
Yeah, it's the exact. It's also the voice actor for. I want to say it's Vegeta's voice actor.
Yeah. No, I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Christopher Sabat.
Yeah.
Urameshi. The whole point of him on that show was just to get his ass kicked over and over again.
Hey man, he was the Krillin and Yamcha of Yu Yu Hakusho.
Basically,
but he was a badass in his own right,
Yeah, I mean, I'll give him that. Like he did some badass stuff, but at the same time, he was definitely the comic relief.
You know what? I always like the guy. Like Vegeta's my favorite. He always gets his ass kicked. And,
so you've seen? I'm guessing you've seen the stuff that where Toriyama basically said that Vegeta will never be like as powerful as Goku because fucking he just doesn't like Vegeta.
Yeah. That's kind of like a. He never said he doesn't like Vegeta. It's just that like that's just how his character. He just has so much pride.
No. Like Toriyama actually said he just doesn't like Vegeta. Like he doesn't understand why so many people love Vegeta. So he's like, yeah, he's never gonna be like the main guy. He's never gonna be the most powerful.
I can almost. I can't say I can confirm it, but I can almost be 90% sure that it's not that he hates Vegeta. It's just like this just is how his character is.
Yeah, just like he won't. What was it after the Cell saga? Gohan was supposed to become the main character, but everyone was like, "Nope, don't like that. Don't want that to happen."
I said, it was supposed to end at the Cell saga. Like Gohan becomes the, it was the happy ending. Gohan becomes like Goku's gonna stay over here. They might do like a movie, which they did, but like Gohan was supposed to be the hero at the end.
That's one thing I did love about Super was in the tournament or the Universe Survival Tournament. The fact that Goku didn't win,
Yeah,
and then it was fucking Android 17. He was just like, oh yeah, by the way, still here. What's up?
that's what kicked Super over Z for me, was like just those fights, man. Like the fact that you had 17 Frieza and Goku working together to beat Jiren
Yeah.
with all of their power. Like I had goosebumps, and I get goosebumps every time I see it, of when Goku is like charging Frieza and Jiren, and he's trying to transform to a Super Saiyan, and it's going in and out
Yeah.
because he's so drained of power, but he's just trying. Like that was such a great like scene right there, and like you said, like the fact that it wasn't the Goku show.
Yeah,
like,
it was.
like Zamasu died.
And they actually.
Trunks.
Yeah, but they in the Universe Survival arc, they made all of the characters badass. Like Gohan was useful again. Krillin was actually kicking ass. Fucking Master Roshi was kicking ass.
Master Roshi's on Dragon Ball FighterZ. He's the next DLC character.
Yeah,
so
I saw that.
So I'll be trying to main him in the upcoming when he comes out.
Watch him just be like stupid broken.
Well, he doesn't have a super dash, so I wonder how they're gonna do that.
Fuck, I don't know.
Like the right trigger, where they like fly toward the character, like the opponent.
I've never played fighters, so.
Oh, never mind then. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm lost on that one. Sorry, bud.
It's okay.
So, what? Kind of backtracking a little bit. What age was it that you started like really getting into anime and stuff like that?
I want to say 7 or 8.
7 or 8.
Yeah.
So
and then, like when I was 9, I started getting into Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh fuck yes, I love Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah,
God.
I have.
Damn it, I love
I
Yu-Gi-Oh.
have the Yu-Gi-Oh game on my Xbox and on my Nintendo Switch.
Dude, I have Duel Links on my computer.
Oh, Duel Link. That's the app, right?
Yeah, it's the one that's
Okay.
the mobile app.
Yeah, Legacy of the Duelist is the one I got.
I might have to pick that up because if you ever want to get this work, I will straight up
Oh,
throw
bro.
down on some fucking
Are you,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
okay,
dog.
do you use originals or are you like a XYZ?
No.
Synchro,
No,
Pendulum,
the
Link?
Zexal and all that, I'm
Oh,
not a fan of. Like
okay, cool.
the
Bet.
OG cards, like
Okay, all right then. Yeah, we'll definitely have to run some.
Before-
I think it's like $30.
before
For the
the
Switch.
God cards were banned.
Well, they're not banned anymore. You can actually use them. They're just
What?
harder to use.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I know in tournaments, like in the actual like official Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments, the Egyptian God cards were banned.
They were,
Um,
but you can actually have. They're not even limited. You can have all. You can have 3 Slivers, 3 Obelisks, and 3 Raw.
That's disgusting.
They're just. It's just really the easiest one to summon is Winged Dragon or Raw.
Yeah.
Because there's other cards for it. Like they got Sphere mode. We can get into that later, or we can talk about it now. It doesn't matter.
We can keep talking about this right now. We're on Yu-Gi-Oh now. Fuck it.
Yeah, all right, fuck it. So you have like the Winged Dragon of Raw Sphere mode, where not only could you sacrifice 3 monsters on your side of the field to summon them, but you could sacrifice 3 of your opponent's monsters.
Oh, that's disgusting.
So you could summon it on his side of the field, and it can't be destroyed, but it could still be tributed.
Yeah.
So if he has like a tribute, like a 6-star monster, he could sacrifice the Sphere mode and summon it. But if he can't destroy the card at all, then at the end of his next turn, the sphere comes to you on the following turn, and you can sacrifice it and special summon a Ring Dragon of Raw.
That's
And instead of sacrificing life points to power him up, he already is 4,000 attack and defense.
gross.
Yeah, it's so you get 3 spheres and 3 Raws, and literally possibly summon.
Because what was it back in the day, man? Like in the original decks, I think the ultimate Blue Eyes, the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon had what, like 3,500 attack?
It was 45.
Was it 45?
The Blue Eyes Ultimate was 45. Yeah.
I thought it was 35 because each Blue Eyes was 3,000.
Yeah. Which is actually crazy to me because there's actually a Blue Eyes Twin Dragon. Yeah, there's a 2-headed Blue Eyes, and you can tribute 2 Blue Eyes to summon it. Like if you have 2 Blue Eyes on the field,
Yeah.
without polymerization, you can sacrifice those 2 and straight up summon a Blue Eyes Twin Dragon,
That's nuts. That is,
which is the same strength, 3,000 attack and 2,500 defense, but it can't be destroyed by battle. And if you attack a monster and it can't be destroyed by battle, it'll still be destroyed at the end of the turn. You can banish that card at the end of the turn.
oh, yikes.
So even if you attack it, it's like, oh, you can't destroy it. At the end of your turn, it's like, oh, no, well, now it's banished because it didn't get destroyed by battle.
That's fucking ridiculous.
So the Blue Eyes decks, the Red Eyes decks are just insane.
I was a huge fan of the Red Eyes. The Red Eyes Black Dragon was always my favorite card. The Red Eyes Skull Dragon was actually my favorite. The polymer or the fusion with him and Summon Skull, which even as a fusion still wasn't that strong.
I think it was 30. I think he's a 32.
I want to say 3200. Yeah.
Yeah, 32 or 35.
It was 32.
Yeah. And then, and then you had Thousand Dragon. That was 2400.
Oh yeah, the fucking
Thousand Dragon. Freaking Joey Wheeler.
Yeah, fucking Joey Wheeler, man, the greatest voice in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Freaking everybody's just like, oh, I talk like this, and then you got the guy.
You got Joey over here talking like this.
Yeah, dude.
Then you had Maximilian Pegasus, who just didn't give a fuck. I just loved it. I loved that literally nobody could tell that anything happened with Yugi's Millennium Puzzle, even though he grew a foot, his voice got much deeper. They're like, what's different about him? He's 6'3" now and sounds like a grown-ass man. That's what's wrong with him.
He is a grown-ass man. Fucking Pharaoh.
Yeah, but I'm saying, Yugi goes from being 5'6", maybe, to 6'4" after this thing, and nobody fucking notices the difference. His hair changes for whatever reason. He didn't put his arms in his jacket.
Oh man, I think it was Battle City is when they started noticing that it is two different beings inside of him.
Yeah,
Taya, the girls falling in love with the Pharaoh
with Yami Yugi.
Oh, come on, man. Give our buddy Yugi some credit, man.
Yeah, man. How you just gonna do Yugi like that?
Oh, I love the 1,000-year-old man.
Yeah, fuck the little dweeb. I want the 1,000-year-old pharaoh that inhabits him when he plays a card game.
Yeah, that's it, man. And let's talk about season 1, man. That was if you watch it as a kid, oh, it's awesome. But you watch it when you know the rules of Yu-Gi-Oh! That is a tough thing to watch.
It's a frustrating thing to watch.
Dude, I'm telling you, when he was fighting, I don't know his name, but the water guy.
Oh,
Suki or Makat, it starts with an M.
Oh, fuck, I don't know.
But, he has the moon. Yugi played the moon card.
Yeah.
Which boosts the ocean. It raises the water, so he can't see his monsters at all. And so he summons the giant soldier of stone in attack mode. And it was just like, what are you doing, Yugi? You can't attack what you can't see. He goes, oh, I'm not attacking your monsters. I'm attacking the moon! It destroys the moon, and all that water that was there just dies and weakens the water monsters. And then he summons Skull and kills them all in one shot, and I'm just like, I'm so confused. What?
That and the fact that it's what do they have 2,000 fucking life points in the show?
Well, they can't attack their life points directly.
No, they
I don't know if
can.
you ever noticed that? But the first season, they only attacked monsters. They never attacked life points directly.
Yeah, because I think they wanted it to be okay, not attacking people. It was just attacking the cards. But they start out with 2,000 life points. They don't have to tribute shit. This dude's just popping out fucking Dark Magician every fucking game like it's nothing. Yep. No tribute or nothing. And
then, I think the reason for that was they just wanted to make the anime entertaining.
That's fair. And if they had to follow the actual rules, it would have been boring as shit.
So it got so popular, especially in America too. It got so popular, and so it's oh crap, we gotta. In the next season, we gotta implement the rules here.
Yeah, and then then you got into Dungeon Dice Monsters and all the other different iterations of Yu-Gi-Oh that just kind of flopped hard, and it was just okay, well, and then you got what was it, Yu-Gi-Oh Duel? What was it, GX? After that,
I enjoyed GX.
I did
the
too.
Other ones I don't care. But GX was fusion heavy.
Yeah, what was it? Jaden Yuki was his name.
Yeah, Jaden Yuki. Elemental Hero Flying Wingman.
Yeah. No, dude, the only reason I couldn't get into Zexal was the voice of the main character drove me fucking insane.
I haven't seen this. Like I've only seen GX, and I haven't seen any of the other ones.
Dude,
I think it was 5D where I saw it was on like Nicktoons or something. I was like, I'll give it a shot, and I clicked on it, and I think it was 5D. I could be wrong. It might be Zexel, but they're dueling on motorcycles.
yeah, that one's not Zexel. That one's 5D.
Okay, 5D. They're dueling while they're riding motorcycles.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
There's actually there's a movie. It's Yu-Gi-Oh! Like Generations, I think, where they have to like travel through time in order to save the world with duel monsters. And it goes through like it basically like assembles all of the fucking main characters from all of the different shows, and it's like,
I think I saw
okay.
the ending of it.
I was like, this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. I hate it. I don't like this. Get this away from me.
Yeah, so I remember like there was a clip on YouTube where like Yugi's about to lose, and then like the Millennium Puzzle pops up or something, and a Tim shows up and helps them at the end. And I'm sitting here like, I thought he was gone in the spirit world. How did he come back?
Yeah, no, it's there's just so much craziness going on with that show.
It was literally just fan service. All the Yu-Gi-Oh main characters.
To satiate my own curiosity, were you a Digimon or a Pokemon guy?
Oh, I was a Pokemon guy. Did not get into Digimon until well, I don't want to say I got into it, but I started watching it when they became Digimon themselves. They had like the card or whatever. They'd like slide. I could be wrong. I think that was it. They would like slice something like it was a credit card.
Yeah.
And then they would transform themselves into Digimon.
See, to me, the original Digimon series was trash, and I'll fucking say it all day.
I've never seen it. I couldn't tell you.
It was basically a cash grab. It was a rival company. Like, they saw how popular Pokemon was, and they're like, guys, we got to come up with something quick, and we need to make a show because it's going to be a huge hit. And they made it so cheap and so fast. The animation is garbage. The writing is garbage. The voice acting is trash. Like, it's just not good. The coolest part of it is the fact that you have, like, the Digimon, Digivolve and shit like that, and become a giant T-Rex with a fucking cannon on its back and shit like that. So,
Did you watch Digimon at all? Were you a Digimon fan? Would you prefer Digimon over Pokemon?
I watched both of them.
Okay. Well, he watched both. I don't know. I never saw. I was just a huge Pokemon guy, man. And then Pokemon's the same way. Like, man, you watch Pokemon as a kid, you love that show.
yep.
You watch it now. Ash Ketchum's one of the worst Pokemon trainers of all time.
So, and it's the reason for that is because they had to keep the show rolling. So
Yeah.
they based Ash off of Red. Red is the trainer in the manga, and Red is a bad motherfucker. Red doesn't talk. He has that badass Pikachu, like his same setup. He has the same lineup of Pokemon, but Red's a fucking badass and actually wins the fucking Pokemon League the first time through. Where Ash gets his ass kicked every chance he can.
So, I get it, right? You're not going to win it the first time. But how did he get the Boulder badge?
Didn't the sprinklers cut on in Brock's gym?
Misty uses a lighter and turns on the sprinklers, which gets his Pokemon wet, which now gets the Pokemon conductible for Pikachu to use Thunder Shock on an Onix.
Yeah.
How did he get the second badge?
It
It wasn't by defeating them.
No, he
in the
beat
gym.
Misty.
He didn't beat them. Team Rocket shows up trying to steal Pokemon, and they beat Team Rocket because Team Rocket's hot Garbaggio.
Oh,
And then they said, "Thanks for saving us. Here's the second badge."
that's right.
How did he get the third badge?
Uh,
He actually legitimately beat Sergeant Sarge or whatever his name
Lieutenant
was.
Surge.
Yeah.
But it was
Like,
because
oh.
so he went in, got his ass kicked by Surge's Raichu, and then it
Yeah.
was like, oh, I need to evolve Pikachu, and Pikachu was like, no, bitch.
Hell no, man.
No.
And then Brock was like, instead of using power, you can outspeed him.
Why don't you just
Goes
have
back-
him use Quick Attack all the time?
Quick attack.
Which-
Beats Lieutenant Surge.
That's
How does he
exactly
get-
in
how
my
does
most
he get
recent
the point?
playthrough of Pokemon Red. That's exactly how I beat Lieutenant Surge. I beat him with my Pikachu and just use Quick Attack.
And the way he gets the fourth badge, he's in the middle of a battle. I think it was the poison Pokemon with Gloom.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's in the middle of a battle, I believe. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I remember the place catches on fire. And then he destroys Team Rocket, and then they help put out the fire. And it was like, oh, thanks for helping us put out that fire.
Here's your
our
badge.
fourth badge. So it's like most of his badges he got.
It wasn't even because he was a good trainer. He just happened to like be there and help them out of a fucking crisis.
Good fucking guy, Ash. Here, man. Good luck in that tournament. You're gonna get your ass kicked in the first round in.
Well, and it, like he doesn't understand type advantages whatsoever because in the poison gym, what do you use? Fire. Why? Because they're all fucking poison and grass. What is grass weak against? Fire. What do you have? A goddamn Charmeleon. Use that. But Charmeleon is a dickhead. I never understood like where like that came from because like he saved Charmander's life and Charmander was really sweet and like really, you know, obedient, and then it evolved into Charmeleon. As Charmeleon and Charizard, he was like, fuck you. I'm not doing what you fucking tell me.
Well, so like, and if you play the game, if you actually level up your Pokemon so much faster than you collect badges, they will actually not listen to you.
Yeah, but it's not until Blaine in the fire gym that fucking Charizard actually listens, and even then, he's just doing his own thing.
That's just anime at this point. That's just anime, like, making a giant storyline come together.
Yeah.
But, because that's a long storyline. But, like, you know, that's what Charmeleon was. Charmeleon evolved so fast, and he could tell that Ash wasn't a good... Like, you could tell he's looking at Ash like, you're my fucking trainer, bro.
Oh, fuck, dude. I prefer the guy that left me out in the rain for dead.
This Pikachu here, who I could probably kick his ass, he gets to be out here? Nah, bro. Nah.
It just was not a good time for him. He was, just not a good time.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that Blaine match, man, Charizard and Magmar, that was a good fight. I actually remember that one.
Oh, that was the hotness. That was...
Sorry, man. Freaking Boban. I know you probably don't watch sports ball, but that was a really good play.
No, I don't. I don't have cable, so and I also don't give a shit about sports to begin with.
We usually have this like app to use, but it wasn't working, so we did a free trial of YouTube TV today. So watching. And then when that's over, we're gonna cut that and then use my email to get Hulu TV for a week.
See, I actually used Hulu.
I don't have TV. I have Hulu, but I don't have Hulu TV.
I don't have Hulu TV. So I was looking through it the other day, and I've been trying to find the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie. Because...
It was on Netflix for the longest time.
It was, but it's not anymore. The series is. The original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers series is on there, but the movie isn't. Because next Saturday... Megan and I are going to a deal in the colony to go watch that with Jason David Frank.
Yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah, so I was trying to find it on there, and I looked through Hulu to see if it was on Hulu, and Hulu has the new one, and I was like, oh, I want to rewatch it. And then it was like...
you guess who's more excited about that?
And I was like, okay, I can rewatch it, but I have to get Hulu Plus Live or some shit like that for like $50 a month?
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? Like, I'm not trying to watch it live. I'm trying to watch it on here. Like, why do I have to have... I already paid $10-12 a month, whatever it is, for Hulu and Disney Plus. But in order to watch this specific movie, I have to pay $55 a month? Fuck that.
I don't know if it was the $50 one, but, like, to get certain movies, like Detective Pikachu and, like, I can't think of any nerdy movies off the top of my head. But, like, to watch... Because we're on nerd topics, it's like... But, like, to watch certain movie aspects, like, to watch Detective Pikachu, you need either Showtime or HBO.
Yeah,
I can't remember which one it is.
That's just fucking
But like
dumb.
you got to pay for the HBO aspect of Hulu, or Showtime aspect of Hulu, or Stars aspect of Hulu, or just buy Hulu TV and you can get all of them.
Or I just pay for fucking cable. It's the same shit. Like,
so that's why I don't do all that.
Yeah, no, we have Hulu. I have Hulu Plus and Disney Plus and Netflix and Crunchyroll. That's all I need. Like, I'm good with that. If I can't find it on any of those, I don't really... Oh, she has Amazon Prime, but Amazon Prime pisses me off too, because, okay, you pay $12 a month or whatever it is, and then if you want to watch shit, you still have to fucking pay for it.
Are you a fan of, like, Rooster Teeth or Nickelodeon or anything like that?
I used to be a big Rooster Teeth fan back in the original Red versus Blue days.
Sorry, oh yeah, okay. It's because, sorry, the kiddos came home. What's up, kid? But, like, so Verve, you ever heard of Verve? Sorry.
No.
It's kind of crazy. So Verve is pretty much like I think it might be $20 a month, and you can get Rooster Teeth, all the old school '90s Nickelodeon, like freaking Rocket Power, Rugrats, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Crunchyroll, and then there's a fourth thing I can't think of on the top of my head. But I think you get all four of those. You can either pay $10 separate, or get all four of them for I think either $20 or $30.
Because I know Nickelodeon was supposed to come to Netflix. Like, they were supposed to have a huge deal with Netflix, which is why we got Avatar: The Last Airbender and Legend of Korra on there.
And and we're supposed to get that live action, which just got screwed over. I don't know if you heard about that.
Yeah, well,
The creators of Avatar left.
Yeah, and I don't remember the exact reason that they left, but there was a lot of people trying to spread that he left because they were whitewashing the cast and over-sexualizing characters, and that wasn't it at all. Like
I don't think it was that, but they said that they were promised. They were promised that it'll go the direction they want to go, but it wasn't going their direction, or it was just like. They wanted it to go a certain way, but the Netflix or whoever was the other aspect was just like, "No, we think this will be better." And
yeah.
Like, oh, okay, cool, thanks. All right, we'll just.
Yeah, and that it kind of.
So now I'm nervous.
But you've seen my favorite thing along those same lines with creators leaving and stuff like that. My favorite thing that's happened recently is that Disney crawled back to George Lucas and asked him to take back over Star Wars.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which is fantastic because there have been two series, one series confirmed and one series rumored that they're starting, live action series for Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
And a Darth Maul series.
Have you? They're bringing back Solo, but not Solo, but Childish Gambino's character.
Lando Calrissian.
Yeah, apparently he's gonna have his own spin-off series too.
So they're talking. So they've all but scrapped the Skywalker trilogy that they just came out with, episode 7, 8, and 9. They've said, all right, that's no longer canon because everyone fucking hated those movies, and so they're gonna make another trilogy. But now it's like, is Harrison Ford gonna come back and die again? Because it really doesn't have the same gravitas at that point. If I have to watch Harrison Ford die twice in the same trilogy, like,
yeah.
So I want to know how they're going to do that, and plus they're supposed to be having George Lucas come back to take over that. The brothers that wrote The Mandalorian are supposed to be working on that one as well, and we should have a new season of The Mandalorian coming out here. I
haven't seen The Mandalorian.
Oh my god, dude!
But you're also talking to the guy that hasn't seen any of the 6 or 7, 8, or 9. I haven't seen episode 7 through 9. Which I'm glad I did because apparently it's not canon anymore, so I don't have to.
Honestly, I don't hate them. I don't hate the movies like everyone else does. Do I think there could have been different? There are things they could have done differently. There are things that they could have done much better. Yes. Yeah. Were they terrible movies? Not in my opinion. Because I am not a fucking gatekeeping nerd. I don't this.
I think I talked to you about it, and you gave me a hard time, but I don't hate episode 1.
I hate two things about episode 1. And two things only. I hate Jar Jar Binks.
Love Jar Jar Binks.
And I hate Child Anakin's god-awful acting.
That's fair.
But
I'm a big Jar Jar Binks fan, because I'm a big fan of Jar Jar Binks was supposed to be the Sith Lord.
Yeah, that fucking theory.
Dude, it made sense. It was like...
It does.
There's actually a comic...
For a stretch.
Actually a comic that is canon. If you look it up on YouTube, I'll try to find the video and send it to you. There is a comic that is somewhat canon of like the Jedis or like the good. I am not a Star Wars fan, so I don't know like the names. I got to be honest with you. But like the good guys are losing, and then Jar Jar Binks like gets a lightsaber in the comic, and then just starts like killing these motherfuckers.
Just completely by accident.
One of the good guys sees him, and then he has to like act like he played stupid, like, oh, what just happened? So they gave you like that hint of like Jar Jar Binks actually being a Jedi Master.
Dead Polymers said they wrote like 15 books of great story around 7, 8, and 9, then completely ignored it in the movies. And that's how the original trilogy was. Episode 4, 5, and 6 was originally part of a much bigger story. It was just that whenever he pitched this story, 4, 5, and 6, they thought, okay, that's the most entertaining part. Those are the ones we're going to make movies about.
Gotcha.
And so the original trilogy started off as the middle of a much bigger story. And as the years went on, it just kind of they just kind of lost a lot of the story. But I will say episode 1 did give us one of the most badass Sith and most badass bad guys to ever grace our screens in fucking Darth Maul. Darth Maul is my favorite Star Wars character. Like,
And it was cool to see him in the was it Solo?
yeah, at the very end of Solo.
After credit, or...
Dude, when I tell you I got fucking giddy. I was like a small schoolgirl at a Justin Bieber concert in like 2009. Like, I saw that because I didn't see the movie in theaters. I had to watch it. I watched it on Disney Plus when it came out.
Gotcha.
And I sat down and watched it. And as soon as it showed fucking Darth Maul with the robot legs and his fucking the lightsaber he has that has like little curved like horn on it. Boy, I tell you, I was on the edge of my fucking couch, just like, oh my god, 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 oh my god. Like, I was fucking hyped, dude. I fucking love Darth Maul.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Justin Bieber, man, I just I watch TikTok a lot.
Yeah.
And I just found Rebecca Black's
Yo.
TikTok. And I don't make TikTok videos, but now I'm going to make a TikTok video every day. I think when September hits. And it's going to be like day 1 of me singing Rebecca Black Friday until Rebecca Black notices me. Because I am the biggest Rebecca Black fan. Or at least just this Friday song.
Bro, I hated that
love
fucking
the
song,
Friday song.
but can we talk about the glow up that Rebecca Black had?
Yeah,
Because she
when
is
I was in high school.
hot
When I was in
now.
high school, she was a child. But like now she's like 24. But like, so I never like she's cute. Like, but I just liked her song, and then I saw her TikTok, and I'm like, holy crap!
So if you like Rebecca Black's Friday, I need to put you onto Jenna Rose's My Jeans. Because it's in the same vein of like children doing pop songs that obviously they did not write and they just had like some random fucking producer put it together.
Yeah.
Oh
Any
my
more
god.
in a rap part?
Yeah. Oh, there's a rap part. At one point she says, ha 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 ha, jack my swag. And I was like, yep. Favorite song ever. This is it.
Oh, that's cringy already.
Oh, dude,
I can't wait.
I'll find it. I'll send it to you when we get done here. Oh, it's one of those that it's so good. It's so bad, but it's so good.
What about the Big Bad Wolf? Remember I got you into that song. Music video.
That was not even the song. The music video is just really fucking
the music
weird.
video was insane, dude. Did you watch all of it? I can't remember.
I made it like 2.5 minutes in.
Oh, dude, it gets so much worse.
Yeah,
man.
no,
it gets.
After the first like 2.5, 3 minutes, I was like, I'm done. I'm out. I can't do this anymore. It's so weird.
Yeah. Yep. Larry's. I don't know if it was like Larry came out to that song when we did the Lucha, like when we wrestled the Urban Bazaar.
I remember you
like,
talking about that.
Yeah, he was the Red Wolf or whatever it is in Spanish, like El Lobo Rojo or something.
Yeah.
And he came out to that song, and I never saw the music video until literally a few months ago when we celebrated my friend's birthday. We were just playing random music videos. My best friend Saul put it, and I'm just like, why does this song sound so familiar? And then all of a sudden the music video hits, and I'm like, screw this song, this is insane.
Why does this guy have another face for his genitals? Then why is he scrubbing it like fucking shampooing his hair in the fucking shower? Like, it's such a weird experience of a music
It's insane. Top 5 worst music videos of all time.
So now that we've transitioned over to music,
Man.
there was a story you were telling me before we started about your first time listening to rock music.
I thought we were going to talk about
Oh no, I told you I'm specifically going to talk about this.
Oh, okay. All right.
So
where do you want me to start it?
I just
I'll
wanted
start out.
yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So when I was a kid, I listened to, I was a predominantly just rap music, I didn't listen to, I still don't listen to country, but I didn't listen to country, alternative, rock, metal, anything, just rap music. And I started hanging out with my cousin when I was 13 years old, and he was a metalhead. And the first rock song I can ever really remember listening to was Chop Suey by System of a Down. And it was just like so crazy. Like, that song's really awesome.
But
System of a Down is just so crazy.
But who did you originally think the song was by?
I'm getting there, Mr. Ingram. I'm getting there. And I was so obsessed with that song. Every time we were in his car, I told him to play that song over and over and over, and he played it a lot. And to the point where he dropped me off, and I went to my friend Donovan's house across the street, and we used LimeWire because we would burn CDs because we were little kids and we weren't going to buy CDs.
And you didn't realize that the fucking like spyware and fucking adware that LimeWire was?
We're just like, LimeWire, music! Giving our computer aids and shit. But, I was like, I need to find this song. My cousin, he's not answering his phone, but I got to find this song. I got to put it on my CD. He goes, okay, what's the song? And I'm sitting here thinking, I was like, oh man, what's his favorite band? What's his favorite band? And I'm trying to think. I was like, oh, it's Godsmack. I need you to look up Godsmack, Angels Deserve to Die. And he's looking it up. And obviously, we're finding all these Godsmack songs, and we're listening to the previews, and it's just not the song. It's not what I'm looking for. And I'm like... It's not a I Stand Alone. It's not that.
It's not Batista's theme.
Yeah. I'm just like, what is? I can't find it. And, I hang out with my cousin the following weekend, and I'm telling him, I was like, man, what's that Godsmack song that you got me to listen to? And he goes, Godsmack. We weren't listening to Godsmack last weekend. I was like, yeah, we were. It was the Angels Deserve to Die song. And he's like, you idiot! That's System of a Down. I'm like, what? He's like, it's not Godsmack, it's System of a Down. And I'm sitting here, oh, well, the Angels Deserve to Die song. He's like, that's not the name of the song either. It's Chop Suey. And I'm like, and he's making me feel like such an idiot. But like, how was I supposed to know? I just listened to rap music. It was the first rock song I ever heard in my life. He's giving me such a hard time about it.
Just out of curiosity, who was your favorite rapper at the time?
At the time?
Yeah, at the time.
I gotta go Lil Jon and the East Side Boys, man.
Oh man, Get Low was such a fucking banger back in the day.
It was just like, it was like rap that was really awesome. It was just hype music.
Oh yeah, no dude, it was definitely one of those, like, every time you hear it, even now when I hear it, I'm just like, fuck yeah.
I'd have to go Lil Jon. I mean, like, sure, yeah, Eminem's great.
Yeah, he's kind of the greatest, so I mean,
and I don't really remember my childhood. I hit my head too many times.
wrestling's done you dirty.
It was a lot of football before it was wrestling.
Oh shit, yeah.
I'll give you one more if I could think about it, but I mean, really, it was like 50 Cent or really more G Unit, if anything.
Oh, fucking Lloyd Banks and fucking 50 Cent.
Because, dude, I was obsessed with the fighting game, Def Jam.
Def Jam Vendetta?
Fight for New York, brother.
Oh, dude, I played Vendetta. I never played Fight for New York.
Vendetta was great, too. But, like, Fight for New York is where you got to create your own character. And, I'd make my guy look like just the crappiest gangster thug. He has a do-rag, and he's, like, blue glass, like, square sunglasses. Like, oh, I don't even know how I remember it.
So, like, modern-day rappers, then.
You know what? Yeah. He looked like the dude from Scary Movie 3. Without the hood. Yeah, it was pretty embarrassing. Like, if I were to, like, stream games and, like, I was a kid streaming and created that character, I'd probably stop streaming because people would probably give me so much shit. Look at this little ass white kid being so stupid with these video games.
Bro, every game that I played when I was a kid that I got to create my own character, if the option was there, I always gave them cornrows for some reason.
Yep.
Because cornrows were the shit, and for whatever reason, I would make them wear, like, all pink, like hot pink, because that was the thing back in, like, my 7th and 8th grade years. Like, dudes wearing pink was, everyone started wearing the pink polos and the hot pink shirts and stuff like that, because it was, real men wear pink and shit like that. I don't know why that trend started. I don't know where it started or how it started, but that was a thing, and I wore a lot of pink because of it. So like,
man, it's like Need for Speed Underground 2, or was it Need for Speed Underground 2 or Midnight Club 2 or 3? It was we would put spinners
that
on
was
all of our cars.
that was Underground 2.
Okay, yeah, we would just put. I'd get the Escalade EXT and put
Yup.
spinners on, and I'd like raise it up, black it out.
Yup, that was. So we actually on Underground 2 we were actually able to later on in the game you unlock colored nitrous purge, and there's one full body decal. I think it's like shatter or something like that. That looks like a spider web, and so we'd make it red and blue, and then you have the red and blue fucking nitrous purge. So we had the Spider-Man Hummer and shit like that.
My first car I ever drew, I made it red and blue, and I was like, I hate Spider-Man. Like, I don't know. I guess maybe I liked him as a kid, but I don't. So I'm like, I got a Spider-Man car, Mom, and they're like, oh, that's cool, whatever.
How do you hate Spider-Man?
I don't know. I just don't care for him. I shouldn't say hate, but like when I went to watch the movie, when he dies, I guess Endgame, not Endgame, the first Infinity War.
Oh yeah.
And, spoilers if you haven't seen it.
It's been out long enough. It's no longer a spoiler.
But like when Peter Parker's like dying in like Homeboy's arms, everyone's like crying and shit. Like my ex is crying. And I'm sitting there just laughing.
You're in the back giggling.
Laughing so loud. She gets mad at me or whatever. Everybody, all my friends get mad at me, and I'm just like laughing my ass off. I'm just like, I don't care. And I did the same thing when Iron Man got stabbed. Like you hear all the kids go, oh, and I'm just like, that's just me. That's just me respecting the bad guy. Which he wasn't that bad of a guy.
Like,
Granted, it's bad what he did, but he did it for the greater good.
Like his reasoning was good.
Yeah.
His execution and plan was bad. Instead of using the Infinity Gauntlet and the Infinity Stones to double the amount of resource production or double the amount of resources in the galaxy, he's like, no. Fucking kill half of everyone.
So yeah, that's my thing for it.
And actually, in the comic books, that's not why he did it. They changed it and gave him that motivation in the movies because the original one from the comics was kind of real fucking simpy. Like,
oh yeah,
Thanos was a big simp. In the originals, he actually fell in love with the goddess of death and wanted to impress her by killing half of the living beings in the universe, so that she would like fall in love with him. It's like that's some simp shit right there.
I gotcha. Oh.
But yeah, that's so they had to change that for the movies because him trying to get laid was not a good enough reason for him to wipe out half the universe.
Yeah. Just think about it. He killed his daughter.
Yeah.
He kills his daughter. To
Yep.
get laid.
And then he killed the one that he likes because the other one he treats like shit the entire time.
Well, yeah, that's what it was. It's like you got to kill what you love the most. And apparently, he loved Gamora the most.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. Fuck you, Nebula. Go make Jumanji.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. I didn't even like put two and two together about that. Like that was her.
I had to look her up because I was like, yo, who's this smoking hot redhead in this movie? Fuck. And then I was like, oh shit, that's Nebula. What the hell?
And let's Dave Bautista did a really good job.
Yeah. He did a fantastic job.
For what he did, for what he was, for what it was.
Vin Diesel, fantastic performance with his 3-word lines.
Get out of here. I hate Vin Diesel.
I am Groot. Yo, I love Vin Diesel. I'm a huge fan of the Fast and Furious movies, so.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. I hate them so much.
Dude, I grew up around
it,
cars, and I grew up around car guys, car meets, car shows, races, all that kind of stuff.
Cars anymore. It's what can we do?
Well, that's what got me interested in it in the beginning, and then from there, like they just went all like really off the rails. It went from street racing and crime to we're gonna steal this giant vault out of a bank out of a fucking police station in Rio de Janeiro, pulling it behind 2 Dodge Chargers and all this other crazy shit. Then we're gonna jump this $300 million, this $10 million supercar from building to building. No big deal.
And then we're going to defeat a submarine.
With a car.
And let's not even talk about the whole was it the Brazil one where they were trying to fly outdrive the plane?
No, that
like
was
the world's longest.
that was
the world's longest plane, whatever street for the planes.
was that when it was Fast and Furious 7.
Okay.
Yeah, no, and somebody was like, if they were actually driving at that speed for that long, the runway would have had to have been this long, and the longest runway in the world is like a third of that distance.
Yes.
Like they drove.
You kill off old Asian dude Han, and then you watch the trailer for the newest one. And I don't know if you watch trailers. Do you watch trailers?
Not really, no.
Oh, so you haven't seen the newest trailer for the newest movie?
No, I stopped caring. I haven't seen the Fate of the Furious. I haven't seen the 8th one, so.
Oh well.
I stopped at 7 because Paul Walker was my favorite part about them.
Fair enough, but I mean, I don't know if it's a spoiler because it's on the trailer, but they freaking bring back Han.
What the fuck? He's dead. No, he's not. Yes, he is. No, he's not.
He's just like, here's him, and he walks in with his bag of chips, going, "Hey."
I can't wait for them to. I can't wait for them to somehow bring back Paul Walker. They're like, wait, we thought you died. No, not a thing. I know they're bringing back homeboy from Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, the DK.
Yeah, the fucking redneck.
Yeah, I always made that joke where like because they always brought back characters, and so me and my friend Cody, we'd always talk about like, oh, this is gonna be the movie where he comes back and he just walks in and just goes, "I'm back."
Donkey Kong.
That thick ass accent. And sure enough, he comes back in one of the, not this upcoming movie, but he came back like a few movies ago.
No, he came back in 8, I think.
8, right?
Yeah.
Furious 8 or Fast 8.
The Fate of the Furious is what that one was called.
Huh?
The Fate of the Furious.
Whatever. Those movies are garbage. I really did enjoy the Rock and Jason Statham movie though.
I still haven't, the Hobbs and Shaw, I still haven't seen that one, and I really, really fucking want to.
So here's the deal, right? I gave Hobbs and Shaw a chance because I'm like, it is in the Fast and Furious universe, but this isn't about Fast. This isn't about the cars. This is literally just about
Jason Statham.
Bad motherfuckers fighting literally Black Superman is what he calls himself in the trailer.
They made a transporter movie, but in the Fast and Furious world.
Exactly. So like when I watched it, yes, it's ridiculous, but it's so good.
That's what I heard.
When I see Fast and Furious, I just think of Fast and Furious 1 and 2.
I heard that the action, like the fight scenes and stuff, were really well done in Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah, I loved that movie. I actually almost bought it, and I don't buy movies.
That's the one thing I do like about Jason Statham is Jason Statham's movies, whether it be Death Race or fucking what was the one where he had to like keep his adrenaline going or else he would die.
They actually have a game mode on Call of Duty Modern Warfare for that.
Yep.
What's that Jason Statham movie where he has to keep himself alive? Crank.
There's two. There's Crank and Crank 2. Because one of them he has to stay charged with electricity, and then the other one is he has to keep his adrenaline going. So I remember in one of them he just stops in the middle to fuck real fast, and it just keeps going. It's like, what is happening?
Yeah, I don't remember that one at all.
I do. That was definitely a part in one of them.
Oh God.
He just stops right in the middle to fuck real quick, and then keeps going. So, back to our previous topic of video games.
Yeah, right.
Where did you what video game got you into it? What's the first video game you remember playing and really remember falling in love with that got you to go realize that you loved video games?
I would have to say Sonic the Hedgehog, but I don't know if I had a Sega first or the 64 first. So I know the Sega was out first, but
the Dreamcast?
No, just the black Sega.
Oh, the Sega Genesis.
Yeah. And it was Sonic 2 Adventures. I remember playing Sonic 2 as a child. But I also like remember playing GoldenEye, Mario Kart, Mario 64, playing those a lot with my brother.
Yeah.
So yeah, it wasn't like PlayStation. It was Sega and Nintendo 64
Yeah.
that got
That's-
me into it. And I was like 4 or 5 years old.
I was right there with you. I started with an N64. I never had the Genesis. My grandmother, for whatever reason, had a Dreamcast. So that like whenever me and my cousins would come over, that's what we would play. Is we would play, the fishing game demo that we had and Sonic. That was the two games we had
Sonic
for the Dreamcast.
Adventures, where there was like the 3D version.
Yeah, it was no. It was still. Yeah, no, it was the Sonic Adventures. Yeah, it was it was like the first 3D Sonic game they had made for the Dreamcast. But then we had the N64, and me and my cousin on the other side of my family would always play. When we went to my great aunt and uncle's house, they had a TV that you had to put on channel 3 in order to play games. There was no remote for the TV. You actually had to get down and fucking click.
Yep.
Get it to channel 3, and we played the shit out of some Star Wars Episode 1 Pod Racer.
Pod Racer, yeah. My friend Heike, or it was my brother's friend, but I consider him a friend too. He worked at Blockbuster. Sorry, it's been a while. Worked at Blockbuster, and he got me pod racing for me, and I played the hell out of that. Also, I was never a Winter Games guy, but he got me a 1080, or I think it was called 1080.
Yeah, the snowboarding game.
Snowboarding game. So I played a lot of that.
Do you have a Switch?
I do have a Switch, yeah.
In the Switch store right now, you can get Star Wars Episode 1 Pod Racer.
You're shitting me, really?
No, my fucking my buddy across the hall that lives across the hall from me just got it, and like when he told me about it, I was like, "I'm sorry, you got what?" I'll be over in a second, and just walked out my front door and into his apartment, sat down and fucking played.
That's what happened when remember you told me once I get my PC set up what I was gonna do, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna drink Mountain Dew and play Roller Coaster Tycoon."
Oh yeah,
the original classic. So I told you that, and then my friend the next day goes, "Hey, dude, I just got Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic." And I'm like, "You're shitting me." He goes, "No." I was like, "Cool, I'm coming over." So I literally went to his apartment, and literally the whole day played Roller Coaster Tycoon. And then his computer froze, and I got really mad because I was really far in the making my place. And I didn't save.
So it was accurate then. The game just freezes up halfway through. Yeah.
Yeah. You would think, like, with this badass gaming computer he has,
it wouldn't be a problem.
It wouldn't be a problem. But yeah, it still freezes like it's the old.
Exactly.
So, I guess it brought back memories.
Yeah, no, they just want to keep you like really immersed and give you the same nostalgia.
So authentic. So nostalgia.
But also, did you ever play on the N64? There was a Star Wars game. It was a Star Wars Rogue Squadron.
Is that the one where you is it like where you can I can't remember per se, but like you can sometimes have a jetpack in some of them?
No, Rogue Squadron was the one where you fly around, like you actually use the like the X-wing and like you're actually in the ships, because they have another version of that game coming out here in next month, I believe. Because I have 2 games pre-ordered right now. I have 2 copies of that, which is Star Wars Squadrons.
Okay.
Because I played the game, I played the shit out of that, and my buddy across the hall also played the hell out of it, and so I pre-ordered both of us a copy of it, and Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Because
oh yeah, right.
It's me. Yeah, no, I love Assassin's Creed. They're finally doing Vikings, so I was like, it's like it was made for me.
Fair enough.
They had me in mind whenever they were like, yeah, fuck it, let's do Viking Assassins.
They were watching the MPX network for $9.99. Hey man, got this Viking guy. Kind of reminds me of Assassin's Creed.
They're like, who's the fat guy with the faux hawk mullet thing? Yeah, let's make a game for him. The Party Viking, fucking perfect.
But man, no, I remember playing a Star Wars game. I think like the first level, if I remember correctly, was like the ice level, and you got to fight like the really big droids.
The AT-AT?
Yeah, and you gotta like shoot the little thing on their legs and spin them around.
Yep, I remember that game.
Yeah, I forgot what it was called. But I would get to that level I was talking about where you're on a jetpack, and I would always I was a kid, I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
So I couldn't use the jetpack because the jetpack would eventually run out of fuel and it would just fall. And I was like, I can't pass this bar. Video games.
I don't remember what game that was. That might have been. I can't think of the name of it.
I might try to find it.
What about so after the N64, were you a Sony guy, a Microsoft guy, were you Xbox or PlayStation or GameCube?
So I had my PlayStation 1 and I played the living shit out of Mega Man X7.
I was never a Mega Man fan.
Me neither. But Mega Man, I loved Mega Man X7 because you didn't have to play as Mega Man, you could play as Zero. And the guy had like the energy blade, like you're Veggie.
Just bringing this right back around to Kuwabara.
I'm pretty good at certain things. No, I just remember playing as Zero. Zero was like my favorite character, and so my PlayStation 1, I had that. I had MLB 2002. Barry Bonds. I would always play as the Giants because Barry Bonds was my favorite player of all time. But so was Ichiro Suzuki, who was a rookie in that game. So he was not that good. So I would always trade him. I'd always get him to the Giants, and he would be my right fielder, and I would just start him, even though like the other right fielder was so much better.
Yeah, even though his stats were shit in the first game.
Yeah, I was like, it's Ichiro. I don't care. It's Ichiro.
Did they still have him at like 97 speed?
He was fast. Yeah, he was my. Even as a kid, I kind of had baseball pretty strategic. So.
Oh yeah.
I remember always putting him as my first batter. He actually hit me, not Barry Bonds, but Ichiro in one of my playoff games. Hit a grand slam, and I won. It was like at the bottom of the 10th, and I hit the game-winning grand slam.
Yikes!
With Ichiro Suzuki, rookie.
And Ichiro was not like in his career was not a home run hitter. He was.
That's what I said. That's what it blew my mind.
Dude was already like halfway out of the batter's box by the time he got done swinging.
Yeah, he had that badass that softball swing.
Yeah, he would swing and just he would be like running in the middle of his swing and already like a step towards first. Dude was quick as hell.
He was good, man. But what else was one of our PlayStation games? Obviously SmackDown and SmackDown 2 Know Your Role.
Oh yes,
those are my two favorite.
We had Know Your Role because that was the one that you had to hit L1 when they were dazed in order to use your finisher.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or if you were fucking
you're a little blurry. I don't know if that matters to you.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, that's just what you're seeing. I've got two different cameras.
Gotcha. Okay. PlayStation. I would say that's. Oh, what's up, buddy?
What about
That's kind of cool. What is that? Oh, I don't.
Did you get some Crash Bandicoot action or?
Oh, Crash and Spyro. How can I forget?
Crash and Spyro, the fucking classics for the PlayStation.
Yes. Oh, I'm in the middle of an interview, buddy. Oh, that's gross feeling.
You got a special guest over there? Or?
Huh?
So you got a special guest over there? Or?
Yeah, it's my buddy's kid.
Yeah. Hey, this is my fucking show, kid. You're not gonna derail it like that, you little.
There you gotta go. Kids are here. No. Yeah, obviously the class. I'm just trying to think of the outside of the wall video games, I guess, that I played. But I mean, other than that, I think that was all I played on PlayStation. And then I went to PS2. Still didn't go to Xbox. But then when the second consoles came, is when I went to 360 and
so
left PS3. Yeah. And then I went to Xbox One. Actually, no, I went to PS4, but I didn't like PS4, so I got an Xbox One and sold my PS4.
And then I had. You just recently bought another PS4?
Yeah, I bought the PS4 in February this year just so I could play my friends LA and Anthony, the ref, in Dragon Ball Fighters. So I literally bought a PS4 just to play Fighters.
Wow.
So that's why when we play games, all I have is Warzone and Fall Guys. And I just have all the free games.
Yeah.
Apex and the one that Homegirl plays, kiddo.
Fortnite?
Yeah, Fortnite. I see her get on, and I was like, do I want to play with her in Fortnite? But I don't. I really hate Fortnite. But if she ever invites me to play it, I mean, I wouldn't say no.
Same. I'm not a fan. I played the last season of Fortnite because I had a bunch of friends of mine that played, and they were like, "Dude, you got to get on, you got to play with us." And I was like, "All right, fine, I'll play, whatever." So I got on, and then the new season came out, and I was like, I fucking hate everything about this because of some of the weapons that they had on there, and I was like, all right, I'm done. I'm not playing anymore. I quit. So I stopped playing Fortnite, started playing Rocket League, and Warzone, and all that.
Shadows of the Empire.
Yes, that was it. Shadow of the Empire.
Yeah. Yep, that's it. I remember.
There was another. They had another Star Wars game that came out for the Xbox that was Republic Commando.
It was something Republic because my friend has it because I game share with him.
Where you play as a fucking
I think it's Star Trooper.
Yeah, you play as a clone trooper.
Clone Trooper, that's it.
Yeah, it was Star Wars Republic Commando.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my friend has I have it on my Xbox, but I'm not gonna play it. I haven't installed it.
I'm a little salty because the guy I game share with just recently got rid of Game Pass, and that upset me greatly.
Yeah. So that's what me and my friend have because I have EA Access and my friend has Game Pass. Like, well, you're talking to a guy that I love Madden, or I did. Madden sucks now, but I play the UFC games and
see, I have a hard time like buying. Like, I can't justify buying any of like the 2K games and the Madden games, stuff like that, because it's literally. Every year, it's the same game. They just update the roster. They literally could do it with a DLC or just like a system update or a game update.
That's what I said. I've always said since Madden's, I think it was Madden 15 that came out. I was like, okay, they can literally, like Madden 15 was good, and I was like, okay, they don't need to update any more of the games. They just need to make it to be like a $30 season pass where it literally just.
Yeah, do like every other game has nowadays. Do an annual pass or a season pass for like $20 or $30 and just update the roster. And
but that's the
there
thing,
you go.
It's not going to happen like that because all these Madden tryhards, man, they just love Madden so much.
Yep, and they'll keep buying the games.
I since Madden 2004, I bought every single Madden when it came out. Actually, no, when Madden 07 came out, I created my own characters and updated my own rosters since it was like Madden 07. And I think until Madden 09 came out, I bought Madden 09 and was actually ranked in the top 500.
Wow.
In Xbox. It wasn't PlayStation.
Oh, so it wasn't the world then. Just on Xbox.
Maybe it was just Xbox. I just remember being under 500. It could have been world. Because I was on this like almost 100 game win streak. And then my mom came in, like, because I had the Wi-Fi box in my room.
Yeah.
And I remember I was beating this dude like 35 to something. I cheated though. I used the Patriots. They were cheap because Tom Brady and Randy Moss couldn't beat that combo.
No, not at the time.
But she comes in and goes, "The internet's not working." Click, click, and turned off the internet and turned it back on. And just walked out of my room, and it kicked me from the game.
Wow.
And I lost my. I want to say I was in the 70s or 80s. I was like in the 70 or 80 game win streak in Madden.
Jesus, man, that's way too much Madden.
And the way I lose, even though I'm winning the game, is she turns the internet off and on.
That's rough, buddy.
And I quit playing Madden at night. I'm so bad.
I actually have a friend of mine, a guy I used to work with at my most recent job. He's in like the top 2% of all FIFA players in the world.
Ugh, I hate FIFA.
I mean, I do too, but he loves it, and he was like, this is the one game that I've spent more money on than I would care to admit. He goes, but I am ranked in the top 2% of the world, and I was like, you have a lot more patience than I do because I can't sit through a fucking soccer game, much less play a FIFA game. Yeah. So you're a better man than me, bud.
I liked FIFA. I think it was FIFA 16 was the last one I liked after like when I think FIFA 17 is when this new engine came out.
Yeah.
And I wasn't a big fan of it. And, like it's just the same FIFA game since FIFA 17. But I still have FIFA 16. I think on my PlayStation somewhere.
I think I haven't played a FIFA game since like the early 2000s.
Well, that's me and my friend Saul. It was FIFA 2001 on the PlayStation. And we didn't have memory cards at the time, so we would just like make our own season mode and turn off all the rules, and literally just beat the shit out of the team and beat them like 10-0, but literally try to injure them. Like all we're doing is like side tackling them and killing them.
I used to do that in like I think it was like FIFA 2001, and every
That's the
time,
one.
yeah, it was just
gorilla song.
yeah. We wouldn't even do the like turn off the rules. I would just like my cousin would actually play the game, and then I would just slide tackle everybody and end up getting like half the team fucking red carded like the entire time.
Yeah, man. But so. Well, speaking since we're in the topic of games, with the PS5 coming out and the Xbox Series X coming out,
Yeah.
I mean, I know you have an Xbox and a PlayStation yourself,
Mhm.
but what are you looking towards? What are you looking towards here?
I don't know, man. Like I really don't because I know PlayStation isn't doing console exclusives or Microsoft. One of them's
Microsoft is doing console exclusives.
except Halo. Because
No, you can even play Halo on the PC too.
Oh, but you can't play it on PlayStation.
Mm-mm.
I don't know, man. Like I'm leaning like hardware wise, the Xbox has better hardware, and I think that's because Xbox is made by Microsoft. Microsoft makes computers, obviously, so they have better hardware to work with.
Yeah, I can see
Sony,
that.
on the other hand, Sony's interface, usually like their user interface is usually a lot more. It's a lot more user friendly.
Mm.
It's much easier to pick up a PlayStation and run through everything and be able to find everything. Xbox, you have to go through quite a few more menus because it's operated more like an actual PC than it is a game console. So as far as like which one, I'm leaning more towards PlayStation. But at the same time, like Xbox does have quite a few. Like I'm right there on the line. Like I'm far too broke to buy either of them off the bat. So it's gonna be just waiting to see like which one drops in price first, and which one ends up being a better deal. I'm never one of the first ones to buy anything like that. I like to make sure. I like to see what other people think and like what happens with other people and see if theirs take a shit on them before I make my decisions.
So that's how it was with me. Like when I bought the PlayStation 4, like day of, I had already paid for it, and I just picked it up after work. And there was a lot of bugs in it at the time, and like a lot of people were hacking it too. And so like I really just did not like the PlayStation, and I went to Xbox when it was already established, pretty much.
See,
Whatever.
I still remember when the PlayStation Network got hacked. Like a lot of people lost, like a lot of people's their profiles and stuff were hacked on PlayStation because there was like no security.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was a big thing at the time because it was like, yo, my fucking Xbox Live account didn't get hacked. So it was kind of a like, I don't know, man. One of those deals where it was like, yeah, PlayStation has these games, Xbox has these games, and it's more of a preference of like, which games do you want to play? And I like that Microsoft has come out and been like, hey, we're not going to have console exclusives because we think it's dumb. You're going to buy the system. People are going to buy the system regardless. And people are going to buy the system that they're faithful to, whether it be Xbox or PlayStation. I've never understood why there's this big, like, oh, no, PlayStation's better. No, Xbox is better. Like, it's the same fucking thing with a different controller.
No,
like,
Whataburger's better.
Yeah, well, no, fuck In-N-Out. Whataburger's better.
No, Brahms is the best.
Yo, get fucked. Brahms is terrible. They just have good milkshakes.
You can say what you want. You're the only Texan I ever heard that says Brahms sucks.
Their burgers aren't good.
I know a lot of people that hate Whataburger. I'm not one of them. I like Whataburger.
Dude, Whataburger's the shit. I fucking love them. I hate In-N-Out. I think their burgers are tasteless. Their fries are annoying to eat.
Yeah, their fries are awful. I hate that we went on the food here. I know we're both fat. Let's just go on
Have you ever been to Freddy's?
I've never been to Freddy's.
Oh, dude, you gotta try Freddy's. Their burgers are fantastic, but their fries, they have those like little like shoestring fries, like they're real thin, and it sucks because they're like angled in different ways. So you can't just eat like one fry at a time because that's just a waste of time and energy. So you have to eat like 3 or 4, but you have to do this like weird like cyclone motion to get them all like in your mouth. It's a complicated process to eat their fries, dude. But it's good.
I was it's a Cali joint. I really loved Carl's Jr.
I fucks with some Carl's Jr. and some Hardee's.
But like for some reason they're not popular. Most of them got shut down.
I think it's
And,
just because like the Hardee's Carl's Jr. thing, like that. It has something to do with that, and the fact that it's not, especially in the South in Texas, like it's Whataburger or nothing, pretty much down here.
Oh, and then, you know, the most underrated burger joint, since we're talking about a lot of fast foods here, Griff's.
Yo,
Griff's
so
is very underrated because it's not a big chain. So
there's a Griff's in Waco, and it was
that's crazy to me because like I live in Irving,
yeah.
and
I think it's a different Griff's because
no, it's the same one. Or maybe for Waco, but like I've seen a Griff in Fort Worth. I've seen there's a Griff's somewhere in East Dallas.
Because this one,
West Dallas,
the one in Waco has been there for 20 plus years. Like it's been around for a while, and it's just a burger joint. It's a flat top grill in a fucking gas station. Like it's in a
so it's in a literal gas station.
yeah, like it's in just like this little gas station, and it's funny because it's not even a gas station; it's a convenience store because they don't sell gas. So it's just like a little corner store. Like you can go in and grab a pack of smokes and a delicious fucking burger. Like, oh my god, Griff's was so good. It used to be right down the street from my mom and I's house. And so, anytime she didn't feel like cooking, we just went down to Griff's and got us a big, greasy, just fucking, oh my god.
It could be the same. It could be the same chain because I mean that's exactly what Griff's is, just a big greasy burger.
Oh,
Yeah.
so good. There used to be a place in Waco, it's called Health Camp, which is ironically named. Now Health Camp is gross, way overpriced, and their burgers are just dry and tasteless. But back in the day, you'd get one that like it would like the meat would make this like the buns soggy. Like if you let it sit for a little bit, it would soak through. Oh my god, it was so good.
Oh, you're one of those guys.
Oh man, dude, I if my burger's not juicy, I'm just gonna be mad.
Oh man, but yeah, I'm leaning more towards PlayStation because, like I said, I'm rebuilding that PC. I'm gonna make it like as powerful as possible. And,
Yeah.
if I want to play Xbox exclusive games, I can just get it on my PC.
Yeah, and then
And then I can just buy the PlayStation and then just play all the PlayStation exclusive games. So
I really just want that flight sim game that they just came out with.
yeah,
Because they just dropped the Microsoft Flight Simulator. And it's the first new flight simulator in I think it was 10 years. Fitz was talking about it.
right.
Because he was excited to get it and his computer won't run it. Like he doesn't have the GPU, the graphics card just won't run it. Because it's a massive game. Like it literally renders the world.
Oh shit.
They use Google Maps to scan. It's based off of Google Maps. Like all of the scenery and everything is based off of there, and they got information from a lot of the census and local communities and stuff as to where houses are and stuff like that. And right now there's a glitch in it because there's a house in Melbourne, Australia that it's in the middle of this neighborhood, but due to a typo, instead of it being a 2-story house, it is a 212-story house. Fitz told me he was like it looks like the fucking Tower of goddamn Mordor. Like it's just sticks out like a sore thumb because it's all flat, fucking skyscraper in the middle of a fucking neighborhood. There's the word. But yeah, and I mean apparently it's the type the previous flight simulator is what they actually used to train pilots. And so this one is supposed to be along the same lines where it's used as an actual tool, but also it's $60 and anybody can play it.
So it's Rocksmith, but flying planes.
Yeah, instead of playing guitar, you're flying planes.
Yeah, for $4,000, you can get an actual flight. You can get all the little buttons.
No, dude, it's crazy because they had a game come out. I don't know how long the game has actually been out. But when NASCAR was suspended their season during all the COVID stuff, they had iRacing.
Yeah, I remember.
And you can still buy legit iRacing setups that they have, and it's $30,000 to get the seat, the steering wheel, the pedals, the shifter. It's 3 monitors in this huge fucking metal cage thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, it looks sick. It looks awesome. But for $200, I can get almost the same experience just sitting on my ass here in this computer chair. I'm not gonna spend $30,000 to sit in this contraption to play a fucking video game.
Or I'd go to Cidercade for $10, just play Cruising USA.
I do love me some Cidercade, man.
I
This is
only went
amazing.
once with my former job. They took us for doing a good job, and It's pretty gnarly. Like, I wasn't drinking at the time, so I didn't drink. But with all the free games,
I used to live like 7 minutes from it, but I lived over in Uptown, so we would just go down there.
I forgot you lived in Uptown at one point.
Yeah, I did. And then we moved to Arlington, and it's much cheaper here.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
I like it. I like it better because I don't live in an okay 2-bedroom for $1,500 a month anymore.
Yeah, of course. And you don't. Or well, you got to deal with burnt plastic. Then some plastic building.
Oh yeah, and freaking Polycom just lit up like it just went up in a blaze. Megan and I went to go get food, and we were like, I was like, "That's a big fire over there." She goes, "Where?" Oh my god! So naturally, we drove by it.
Yeah, of course.
There were a bunch of people just standing across the street watching it, and I was like, "That's a lumber yard next to it." And if that goes up, these people are in the worst possible place because sawdust is very
the lumber
flammable.
yard that used to be a skating rink?
Yeah.
It's not. Is it that one?
Yeah.
It was that close? Oh my! That's by my house.
Yeah, dude, it was right off of not Pioneer, the next road up from Pioneer. Maybe Park Row. Yeah, I think it's Park Row.
Or Shady Grove?
Maybe Shady Grove.
Yeah, because Park Grove, there's an apartment called Park Grove on Shady Grove.
Yeah, but this one was like it was maybe a mile from George Bush.
Yeah. So okay. Yep. It was right there. Wow.
Yeah, it was. Dude, that shit.
You said it was close to your place, so I'm thinking Arlington, not Grand Prairie.
No, this was Grand. We're like right on the borderline of Grand Prairie and Arlington.
Okay.
Because we're right off of 360 between 20 and 30. If I jump on Arkansas and go straight down, I'm right in Grand Prairie. We're like 5 minutes from Traders Village,
Gotcha.
maybe 10 minutes from the stadium and Six Flags and all that.
Sorry, Mavericks playing like crap.
Well, it's the Mavericks. What'd you expect?
Hey man, they're pretty good. I like them.
So,
Big Luka fan.
so you were you were PlayStation up until the 360, and then from there on you were Xbox.
I was pretty much Xbox until February of this year when I bought a PlayStation. I was still predominantly Xbox, but since I moved back to my mom's to help her out, I let her borrow my Xbox for the past month so she can experience what Netflix is, and she doesn't know a lick of technology. So I'm letting her watch Netflix, and so I've been just on my PlayStation and Switch. So that's why y'all been seeing me on PlayStation all the time now. Plus, Fall Guys came out, and Fall Guys is just such a great game.
Dude, Fall Guys is.
It's so bad, it's so good.
Again, I'm between whether or not I love or fucking hate it with all of my heart because it's so chaotic and it's so fun and funny, but at the same time it's frustrating because I'm trying to win and some jackass keeps grabbing me and holding me from winning.
Don't try to win in a party game. You know what that makes you? A sweaty tryhard.
That's me. Hi, I'm a sweaty tryhard.
I watch all the TikToks and like I'll get on Fall Guy TikTok and I'll see the guys like trying to win.
Yeah.
And then, and it's not like when they lose they get mad. They lose and they're like, we almost had it.
No, so there was a guy one of the most popular streamers on Twitch, Tim the Tap Man. Yeah. He was on there for like a week and a half, 2 weeks, and without a win. And the Fall Guys Twitter was even just trolling him.
Yeah.
They were like, sorry, we were looking for an L, but we couldn't find any because we had heard you'd taken them all. And like he was just so mad. And finally, I think he finally won.
That makes sense. Like, people troll, like the Fall Guys trolling you. Yeah, like I'm going to win.
But he was in good, like, he knew they were joking, and like he took it really well. Like he wasn't like, oh my god, they said something to me on Twitter. Like he knew it was a joke, and he actually was a very good sport about it. And like
when he won his first game, he had over 300,000.
Yeah, and it's crazy because every time I've watched him, he's always had like anywhere from like probably like right around like 60 to 70,000 people watching him, which is fucking crazy to begin with.
Yeah, of course.
But as he started playing more and more Fall Guys and getting more and more angry at himself losing, like you just see his viewer count rise. And like the day I was watching, he was at like 225,000 people watching him. And then when he finally won, it was over 300,000. You had guys like Dr. Disrespect who got banned from Twitch, who they still haven't even said why.
Nope. He's on YouTube now.
Yeah, he's on YouTube now, and he broke the record for the most watched live stream anywhere by anyone. So he had 2 days in a row. He had one that it was just like a picture of this weird like gas station. There was a picture that he had made or had someone make, and it was basically like a teaser for the next day. And just that video of the gas station that was on there for like an hour had like 350,000 people watching it just to see if anything would happen. And then the next day when he actually got on stream, he had over 500,000 people watching him.
That's crazy.
Yeah, 500,000
I
people.
don't find him. Oh my god. Sorry. I don't find it like it's just kind of annoying to me. Like I get he's playing a character, but like it's just like I just can't deal with the yelling 24/7.
Yeah, and like not everybody can, but at the same time, he's probably the most, if not one of, if not the most like successful live streamer.
Yeah, of course.
And that's why it's such a big deal that Twitch banned him and Discord. Like he lost his Discord partnership, lost his Twitch, and nobody knows why. Twitch won't say anything or make any public statements about it. Like it's an ongoing legal battle.
Yeah.
But there's like no fucking details about it coming out, and that's the most frustrating goddamn part. Like I want to know what happened because I'm a nosy son of a bitch.
I think the rumor was that him. I don't know if it was Ninja.
Yeah, there was a rumor. It was him, Ninja, Shroud, and Tfue were talking about starting their own Brime, and that they came out and pretty much said, yeah, that's a load of crap because they said the big deal was like Doc was trying to recruit people for Brime like on stream, and I think he's much smarter than that because he had just signed like a multi-million-dollar, I think it was like a $30 million contract with Twitch.
Which is crazy, dude. I would have taken games so much more seriously if I would have known this is where the gaming industry was going.
Oh, dude, right now the gaming industry is great. And it's not even like, Twitch isn't even just like a gaming industry. Like, you have people that are huge in gaming, yes, but there are also people that like do just chatting. You know, you'll scroll through the just chatting category, and there's, 15, 20,000 people watching some chick just talk to her fucking camera. It's like it's nuts. There's a lot of crazy stuff happening on the platform. There's people doing all kinds of different streams. I watch Andy Milonakis, and he fucking sits and like cooks sushi and makes breakfast and shit. He still looks like he's like 15. He is.
That's crazy, dude.
My claim to fame: Andy Milonakis has actually watched my channel.
I think I remember you posted something.
Dude, when I tell you I was hyped, I woke Megan up at 4 o'clock in the morning to tell her that. Because I got off and I was like just searching through my analytics and all that, and it shows you like pages that are channels that have viewed your channel. And I'm scrolling down, I see Andy Milonakis, and I was like, dude, there's no way that's actually him. Like, it's got to be a fake profile. So I copied and pasted that name, and the first one that comes up is his verified fucking Twitch still. I was over the fucking moon, dude. Like, I was screaming. I was like, oh my god, Andy Milonakis has watched me.
That's pretty awesome.
I told a bunch of the guys I play Rocket League with, and they're like, "Who the fuck is that?"
Oh, that sucks.
I was like, "Oh, that's right. You're fucking children. You have no idea who Andy Milonakis is."
I don't remember his show very much. I just remember the big guy,
Ralphie,
his friend Ralph. I remember him, and I remember that he would have Chinese food people, come to the house. And then the one I remember the most was his grandma or just some old lady going, I'm a coupon. I am a coupon. And the guy's just like, well, what the hell's going on? Like, that's the only one that just digs into my brain when I think Andy Milonakis. Plus the movie Waiting.
Oh yeah, no, him and fucking Zigzag from Holes in Waiting.
Yeah. Oh man, but man, it's about 10 o'clock, man.
Yeah, I was about to say it's about time to start. I figured about time to start winding it down. But before you go,
here we go.
Tell me about the best and the worst matches you've ever had. Or if not the worst, then your least favorite. Just something along those lines, Just...
Okay, well, I mean, I can tell you from the get-go, the worst wrestling match I ever had was me and Mikey 13 at a company I don't want to talk about because I don't want to give Homeboy any clout, but I'm his champion. It's TCW.
Fuck TCW.
And it was me and him versus...
I should have known because that's the only place Mikey 13 gets booked.
Yeah,
but...
Omega.
Ooh.
Sorry. Oh, man, I'm blanking. I'm sorry, dude. He's a really good guy. Angel Omega, I think?
Yeah, Angel Omega.
and the pimp guy,
Oh, Total Pimp.
total pimp, and it was just like an injury, man. He like I think it was his wrist. He
Yeah.
messed his wrist up in the match, like literally the first 2 minutes of the match, and he messed his wrist up. And then we were supposed to go like 15, 20 minutes, and they just went ahead and kicked Mikey 13 in the dick and got themselves disqualified in the first 2 minutes of the match. And that was it. And we didn't get to get any of the story. Like,
So-
talk, like, there was only like fucking 6 people there that day anyway. So.
Yeah, that's a typical TCW show.
Yeah, so I was like, whatever. But I was really upset because, I don't care if there's 6 people or 100,000 people, I'm going to bust my ass.
Yeah.
But the fact that the match was only 2 minutes long really just irked me.
Yeah.
That being said, my best wrestling match.
Well, it's obviously the one with me at that Lance White seminar.
Yeah, of course.
Me being 6 months in the business at that point, greener than goose shit.
I can't really say a best match. I have a lot of really good ones.
Like, what was your favorite match that you've worked?
Favorite match? Well, I mean, it wasn't the best, but like one of my funnest matches we did was with that Time Warp show.
Oh,
we
yeah?
did the Triple Threat Faces of Foley, where I was Cactus Jack, James Johnson was Mankind, and Larry was Dude Love. And we just did a Triple Threat Faces of Foley match. That one was really fun. Obviously, I got to wrestle Tommy Dreamer, and that was really fun. A really cool wrestling match was when I got to wrestle Jigsaw
Yeah.
from what's that damn company?
Chikara.
Chikara, sorry, Dave.
He's also been in ROH and PWG
Yeah, Ring of Honor.
and CCW.
But like, he told me like personally, like he's like, he came back to have a match with me. Because he was so impressed with me with the seminar I did with him.
Oh.
And really liked me. He was like, I'm not saying like that was the only reason he came back to wrestle me, but like he was like, he was really excited to wrestle me. Whatever. We tore the house down.
Yeah.
I was back with my babyface run.
Oh.
I was a
God
babyface
forbid.
as a Kingsman. I had no idea what I was doing.
God forbid you have to be a good guy.
I think I could be a pretty good guy. I was just like I didn't know how to be a good guy with the Kingsman character. It was really, which you think it'd be easy, but I didn't. It was, I was being too goody as the king. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's too goody. So I think that was my big problem. Well, man, I can't really. I could just think of like fun matches, not really favorite matches, because I just have a lot.
Yeah.
I guess one more match I can really talk about was VIP. When I wrestled at VIP against Lou Stair or Lugatti, because I'm pretty sure he thought that I was just like a flash in the pan. Like, I don't think he thought I was that good.
You weren't gonna be around long enough to make a difference.
Because I ended up winning that contract. The fans, like the fans had to vote.
Yeah.
It's a contract VIP, and I was one of them. It was me and I think James Johnson tied for it and got it.
Did they do that twice? Because I remember one time fucking like Kirby. At one point, Kirby was like one of the main. Oh no, it was the one. It was like who out of all the people in this like 40-man fucking battle royal we did. Like, who did you?
They did a 2-ring battle royal.
No. This was 40 people in one ring because it was like. It was one of those that, like, the winner gets $5,000 or something like that, and it was gimmicked as like it was a chance to work with like fucking work for Jerome Daniels.
Oh, okay. I remember that.
And Bolt Brady actually ended up winning that one.
We were the manliest men that Friday, and then that Saturday, me and Larry chopped our hair off and debuted as the Kingsman and totally caught everybody off guard. But so now my match with Lugatti, the reason it was one of my favorites is because I remember this dude, like, I was wearing all pink, because I was the manly man.
Yeah.
And I had the long hair, and like this dude's just looking at me like, who the fuck is this dude? And Lugatti comes out, and he's cheering for Lugatti and doesn't give a shit about me. but like we tore the house down. You know, first match, freaking killed it.
Yeah.
And I'm I lost or whatever, and I'm going to the back selling or whatever, and that dude comes, like the dude that did not care about me, comes up to me like gives me like that bro hug and was just like, holy shit, dude, I did not expect that from you, man, dude. I am a big fan. You got a fan, and you know that was pretty cool. The fact that like this dude didn't give a shit about me, and the fact that I busted my ass. Like it was just that one guy. Like I had a lot of people. Like I was kind of over, but like just to get him on my side was pretty awesome.
Yeah. See, I used to do that with my tag partner. Would just get us really over, and I was there because you technically need 2 people for a tag team. With fucking Taylor, he was definitely the more popular of the 2 of us.
Actually, my Corpus Christi debut was
against him.
Taylor, and we had I had a Kevin Nowens chant because I had the short hair at the time, and I was not Kevin Owens, I was Kevin Nowens.
Yeah.
But like, and I didn't take a single bump that match until he gave me the last part of his hot tag or comeback, sorry, which was a tornado DDT or whatever.
Yeah.
Or no, the Hurricanrana into a DDT. A spike bumped on it, and then the crowd chanted "Fight Forever."
Yep. I remember watching that match and like, man, they didn't do fucking shit this match, but
I did the 1-arm press.
Yeah, because he's 130 pounds.
Yeah, you know. But like, what blew my mind about it was like he wasn't basing for it. He's literally just trying to beat the shit out of me while I have him like as a freaking pizza up here. And I just toss him. And the crowd's just like, "What the fuck?"
I remember contacting them afterwards because we actually debuted as a tag team down there against the Horde, which was RJ and Ruben Steele.
Yeah.
And afterwards, like, it was a really good match. Like, we killed that fucking match. But that was also the night that Sammy Guevara wrestled DJZ. So we had a little bit of that going on. So we had that match after us that kind of just completely outshone the entire rest of the fucking show. And I hit up the dude booking, whose name I shall not say. And I was like, hey, you know, when can we come back? You know, we had a lot of fun. We'd like to make it back out there sometime. And he was like, yeah, I've got you guys on the list. You know, I definitely want to bring y'all back out. And then like 3 years later, had never heard from him to get rebooked out there. And I was like, oh fuck, I guess we're never going back there. Yeah. Except for, you know, Taylor gets booked out there. I think he did that one show at GCWA and then never went back and was never booked again after that. Mm-hmm. So yeah. So do you have any social media that you use to promote yourself or your own agenda, or what's your social media?
So I'm trying my best to change everything to I'm Shafe Daddy. It's my old high school nickname.
Shafe Daddy.
So my Facebook is Kingsman Michael Shafer. I mean, I have a second, my personal one, but you know, if I don't know you, just try not to add it.
Yeah.
But like my wrestling page is Kingsman Michael Shafer on Facebook. Instagram is I'm Shafe Daddy. I am, and like all one word, I am SHAFEDADDY. I mean, so I got that on Instagram. I got that on TikTok. I got that on my Xbox and my PlayStation gamer tags. Twitter is Paragon Shafer. I go by the Paragon in SWE, which will be actually some Sunday in Canton, Texas.
That's weird.
I guess. It's because like I was gonna be the Kingsman, but like you know I have my hair down and I have this giant beard, and
no longer look like the.
You know, you just don't look like a Kingsman.
You don't look like the encyclopedia salesman anymore.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So I was like, you know, me and my manager Nigel, we came up with a new nickname, and Paragon is like the perfect example.
Yeah.
So we went with something like that, and it's been working really well over there.
Well, that's good.
So Twitter's Paragon Shafer. I can't spell it on the top of my head, so just look it up.
Paragon. Paragon.
Yeah, sure. And then TikTok is I'm Shafe Daddy, and I told myself I wouldn't make a TikTok video until I got 100 followers, and I think I'm at 11.
You got a long way to go.
But the fact that I found Rebecca Black, I think starting in September, I'm going to post a video every day of me singing the Friday song until she acknowledges it.
You're gonna be like that dude that does the shake it dance.
Oh, I love that guy. Reminds me of my friend Cody.
The dude's awesome. All right, man. Well, I really appreciate you coming by. I really appreciate you hanging out,
I was
talking with
expecting
me.
to try to beat Wesley Crane's time.
Yeah.
And totally. I think I just beat Big Fitz's time.
You're pretty close. You might have the longest episode yet. But
well, to be fair, like the first 5 minutes of us, they didn't even hear me.
Yeah, that's fair. Once I edit it down, I'll actually be able to tell you which whose was longer, yours or his.
Gotcha. And who's bigger?
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Pause, as the cool kids would say.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you for hanging out.
Yes, sir.
Later, bud.
Later, boss.
All right, that's actually going to do it for me tonight. This is going to be a short stream. Really not in like I'm very tired. I'm very exhausted, and I kind of just want to go lay down, hang out, spend some time with my girlfriend. So I'm going to jump off stream. Sorry for making it so short tonight. I know I usually go till like 2 or 3 in the morning, but I'm just not really in that. I don't have the energy to do that today. So I appreciate everyone that hung out. I appreciate everybody that stopped by. That watched, that keep watching the dumb shit that I keep coming up with. So I'll see y'all later, guys. I really appreciate the support. I really appreciate everybody. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, guys. Y'all have a great night. Have a great weekend. I'll see y'all next Tuesday. Hopefully, probably gonna start. Actually, I'm gonna start since I start work next week. I'm gonna trying to start a little bit sooner, so my streams will probably start around like 6:30 to 7 o'clock. We'll see next week how I feel once I get done with my work day, and just kind of go from there. So if you're not a member of the Discord, make sure to join the Discord. It always posts in there when I go live. I will update my stream schedule here on Twitch, and always make sure to check out YouTube. I just posted a compilation video of some of the clips that I've pulled off of Twitch of the dumbest things I've ever said on stream so far. But yeah, other than that, you guys have a great night. Keep partying.